Today, we'll be going over the top 7 best weapons that will be available to us in the brand new up and coming Season 10 update in which Call of Duty Mobile will be providing us. So if you guys want to figure out what the best weapons are to get the #1 rank in the codm leaderboards, keep watching and let's get straight into the action. Alright, so before we get into our actual list of the top 5 guns, we obviously have to go over our 2 honorable mentions. And coming up as our first honorable mention in the number 70 gun on this season, we do have the Fennec. Now this weapon right here is definitely one of the better close range SMGs when it comes to COD Mobile. It is definitely one of the fastest, if not the fastest killing SMG in the game. But unfortunately, because of the fact that it's not as versatile when it comes to playing in a bunch of ranges that are either mid or long range, the gun only has its purpose in those close range maps such as Summit, Standoff, and Nuketown, which is what we're playing on right now. So if you guys want a fun gun that has a lot of mobility and is great at close range battles, this is definitely the gun for you. And if you guys want a great build, it is definitely going to be on the screen for you guys right now. Now up on number 6 as our second honorable mention, we do have the Kila 141, and I'm not gonna lie, this might be a surprise to you guys, but unfortunately this gun is just not as good as it once was. And on top of that, with the recent updates that COD Mobile has been dropping, a lot of ARs have been released that make this gun not as good compared to those, especially with the fact that this gun definitely has a slow fire rate compared to the rest, has slow mobility. But even though it does have a bunch of its downsides, this gun is still up there with being one of the great ARs that is great for all of you guys that love lane holding and holding those headies. So if you guys want a fun gun to use when you guys are bored of using the current AR meta, this is definitely my go-to weapon that I would recommend. And with that being said, let's head on over to our top 5 official list for Season 10. Now, if I was being honest with you guys, I would have to tell you guys that this season is not as different as others. It is pretty much the same top 5 guns as previous seasons, but there is a little bit of a few changes that were made, and that is obviously with the CX-9, which is why it is at the number 5 spot. The thing that makes this gun very good compared to the other SMGs is its specialty with the longer range that it does have, which makes it a lot more versatile than a lot of the SMGs that we currently see in the meta. And on top of that, it actually has a super fast fire rate and a very good sense of damage when it comes to those close to mid-range battles. Unfortunately for the long range, it's still not as good, but hopefully with the damage buff that it received, this gun is going to start getting a lot more popular. So if you guys want a great build, it is going to be up on the screen right now. Let me know what you guys think of it, and let's get on to gun number 4. Coming in at number 4, we have one of the newest ARs that codm has introduced to us in the recent seasons, and it is known as the Growl. Now this weapon right here is definitely one of the better ARs that I would personally recommend using, and the reason for that is because it matches the playstyle of an SMG and AR style, which is pretty much a hybrid. It basically allows you to have the mobility and speed as an SMG, and on top of that, it also allows you to have the range and the capabilities of an AR player, which is great to see. And if you guys want a great build for this weapon, I would 100% recommend using this one right here on the screen. It is used by a bunch of pro players, so you guys already know that it's going to be a good one. Coming in at number 3, we have the king of all SMGs, and it is none other than the Switchblade. Now this weapon right here is the definition of the CBR4 replacement. The reason why is because this gun is the best weapon when it comes down to killing all of the enemies in any set of range, no matter if it's close, medium, or long. And on top of all that, it has great mobility and great BSA, which can sometimes act out as an AR. And another reason to use this gun is because of the fact that this is my go-to SMG, no matter if it's rank or scrims. So if you guys want to have some fun and be the best, in the game, this is the build that I would recommend using. And with that being said, let's get on to gun number 2. Now for the number 2 weapon that you guys have been waiting for, it is none other than the SKS. And the reason why this gun is at a high placement for this season is for the fact that it has a one-shot potential no matter what the range may be. And on top of that, if you don't hit a headshot to get the one shot, this gun still has a 2-shot potential, which can kill anybody at any range, meaning it has infinite amount of range, on top of which can even compete up against those SMG and AR and shotgun players. So if you want a gun that is good all around and is fun to use, I would definitely recommend using this weapon and this build. And with that being said, we are going to be hopping on to our number 1 gun for this season. Now for the moment you guys have all been waiting for, the current number 1 gun in the Call of Duty Mobile Season 10 update is none other than the HVK, and it is for good reason. Not only does this gun have a maximum 4-shot potential, it also has a minimum 2-shot potential if you do manage to hit 2 headshots, which will equal to a total of 104, which is absolutely absurd. It is one of the only ARs that has a 2-shot potential, and on top of that, this weapon right here can also compete up against those close range battles with SMGs and shotguns, which means the chances of you winning against this gun when it comes up to your face is 50-50. And with that being said, this is the official top 7 guns list for the brand new season. Let me know what you guys think of this list and if you guys agree. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day.